You ready?
And there's some unnecessary animation of the chest.
Take it away.
Welcome back to Tomb Raider, the action adventure. We are currently at the galleries under the siege. And what is our mission, Bru?
It just made me think of Under the Sea, but like under the siege. Under siege, under the siege, under the siege. The mission is to escape from the loop. I know that this is a really weird one because there's sort of like a kind of ex-military SWAT team comes after you, and they fill the gallery up with gas. And I think in the game what you have to do is to trek through half of the gallery to get into an office and a cupboard to find a gas mask. But you shoot and kill and step over 1 million people with their own breathing apparatus on the way to do that. So I wonder if that's going to be corrected in this level or not. Should we find out?
I doubt it. Yeah.
All right, let's go.
I thought you were going to say it's going to be a case of I can hold my breath longer now. Right, okay. Let's do it.
Take the red door.
Nice little cutscene here.
Yeah. Very cinematic.
Face off.
I feel sorry for the people that work here.
They're just getting murdered left, right, and centre. Oh, I'm feeling Psycho Mantis vibes here.
Yes.
That big bad, he's got the anticipation built for him because he didn't need a mask, he was that hard. Right, here we are.
They've cleared out all the
Now I've got the painting.
They've cleared out all the passive security guards. Now the big honcho can walk in.
We've got 3 options:
right.
Head, shoot, or stealth attack.
I'm tempted to go stealth attack.
Yeah, we just meant like shooting them in the back of the head last time, but let's do stealth attack. See what happens.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Did Lara adjust her feet a bit behind him?
Yeah. Right, we've got to go for it. To get that point, that sweet point.
Go for it.
It's going to be a quick time. Oh, shoot or hide? I'm going to shoot. Yes! I passed it.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Ahead, left, play it safe. What are you thinking?
Ahead?
If it helps, ahead is a closed door, left is an open door. Don't know if that influences your decision at all.
I want to go through the closed door. Although, I don't know.
Let's do it.
Didn't we do this part earlier and there was like loads of lasers?
It might be the same bit.
Yeah. Well, let's just go ahead.
Could be a different part of the gallery.
That was it.
We can't even go through the open door now.
That was so pathetic when he died. Oh dear. Alright, so I think I'm going to murder this guy again.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot again. I think I pressed the buttons wrong and I still shot him.
He has to come right up to you before he even aims at you. Giving you a big chance.
So I assume we're going left this time.
Yeah, let's go left. I mean, shouldn't
Open door.
be a quick time event because like there's poisonous gas everywhere.
Yeah. It's for everyone, remember?
There's no like sense
Oh.
of urgency.
Shoot! You get him?
I got him.
That was quite a quick one, actually. That was quite tough.
That was writing down. Oh, we've been here before.
We've been here before, but we haven't been in this door. We went in that camera control room, the next door. So I reckon right.
Okay, let's go right.
Okay, left or right? Timer.
Left.
Oh, I've gone right. I was running out of
Now I
time.
can breathe.
I have a gas
Died.
mask, so I don't know what's happened to you.
Game over. You just crumpled on
Yeah.
the floor again. All right, I'll catch up to you. And I'm going through that door. I guess mask. Okay.
It's a long cutscene, by the way. That's brutal. There's a brutal bit in this.
Damn. He's taken the painting.
Tracking 5 obscura paintings for a client. People are dying out there.
Handle it, going. Egypt, Werner. You walked away and left me.
Get out! Get out of the way!
I can pause it, by the way. So I've paused it. So how many points? How many points do you get?
I totally just closed my laptop. I don't know.
Oh. Hang on. 1 minute, we'll have the answer. We went from a level that took us 2 minutes to a cutscene that took 3 times as long.
You okay?
Bouchard, what are you doing here?
No time now. Quickly.
Was anyone around when you got here?
No, no one. Come on.
Bouchard, I must get back to Von Croy's apartment. There's something I have to check out there.
Your friend's place, of course. Where's it?
Rue Valise, the Chantel building. Do you know it?
My driver will. Get in.
In this level, Team 1 scored 4 points by going right for the gas mask.
Nice.
So that concludes the level, which is called...
Galleries Under Siege.
That concludes Galleries Under the Sea. And we'll be back next week with Von Croy's apartment. But stick around for our question of the week and our spotlight.
Our Tomb Raider question of the week this week is, what is your favourite costume or outfit that Lara wears? And to help us with this, I found an awesome page on the fandom website. So we're going to check this out.
Technology.
Yeah, buddy. Okay.
Very
so here we are.
nice.
And we can see all the outfits in Tomb Raider 1. Now, I forgot that she has a different one in the house on like the roll mat and stuff on the what do you call that? The gymnasium.
Yep, Lara's home. It's like casual wear, isn't it?
What I like about this outfit is she's actually wearing what looks like a sports bra, which sometimes the outfits in this series do not go for realism or comfort or something you would actually wear while you're trying to do gymnastics or tomb raiding.
Or weather appropriate.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're going to touch on that later probably. And we've got the classic look, obviously. Is a classic. That might be up there for me, I don't know, because it's just what you're used to, and it's the iconic one, right?
Absolutely, the teal tank top, as it's called, I think. Just that's when you think of Lara, that's the main one. But I don't necessarily think it's, not to preempt, but I don't think it's necessarily the best one. It's just the most iconic
and instantly recognisable. Right, so going through to number 2, also she has like a similar looking one with like the sort of joggers for the house sort of training area in Croft Manor, and a similar look but with the longer hair for the in-game. And they also have a wetsuit.
Yeah, I like the addition of the wetsuit. I think it suits the environment, and this game is where they actually started to think about that, didn't they? And they thought, well, let's kind of match the costume to the level.
I really like the bomber jacket here as well, which I think, does she use that in when she's is it when she's piloting a plane into the, or she hijacks a plane maybe?
I feel like she's definitely got it. Isn't there even a cut scene where she takes it from the plane? But it's after she leaves the offshore rig, I believe, and she stows away on the plane. and then she does the parachute off of it, and then she might wear it in the Himalayas as well.
And then the dressing gown, which is from the final sort of cutscene where it's "Don't you think you've had enough?"
Don't you think you've seen enough?
Which I don't love, if I'm being honest. Here we go, Tomb Raider 3. Where we start seeing some real variation in the outfits here.
Yeah.
And some cargo pants for Croft Manor.
And different coloured camo as well too. You know, several camos there, and they suit the environments.
So this one has the Antarctic suit, which I really like. I like the camo of that. I would love it if I could pair that camo with the bomber jacket from 2.
You almost need like Metal Gear 3, where you choose your clothes and put on camo to blend in with the environment. I think my favourite here is the kind of blue camo. I believe it's the Nevada get-up. Just because I just remember liking that when I was playing it, like years and years ago. So it kind of stands out to me.
The first couple of Nevada levels where you're sort of outside the base, I really liked. Do you think that liking the level sort of helps you like the outfit as well?
Yeah, I think so. Because actually, to be honest, I didn't really like the end of Nevada, where you do go indoors and you've got the kind of almost sneaky sections. But yeah, like you said, the beginning bit of it is very enjoyable. And
I think we spoke about previously when we were talking about music. You really liked the song from like the biking section of Legend, and I can't get past. I just hating that section so much that I gave no appreciation to the music whatsoever.
Have you re-listened?
No, I think I've heard it enough. I think I was on that bit of the level for like 40 minutes or something. Thank God I didn't record it for a playthrough, because it would have been embarrassing. Oh, here we go. Last Revelation. There's loads of different costumes in this, which is kind of cool because it separates out the different missions and the different areas. We'll say I'm not a fan of this look of the teen Lara.
No, it's quite caricaturish, isn't it? And yeah, not amazing.
Looking pretty serve in the opera dress.
Yeah, I like that. I like the kind of it's a bit of a not what you would expect from obviously action adventure, normally off jumping, climbing, swimming. So obviously I think maybe because it kind of humanizes a little bit and actually seeing her out of that adventure environment gives her an insight into what she would wear as a normal person, So I quite like that.
I feel like that's a fancy one, like because she's sort of going. I feel like that's sort of like a James Bond in his suit kind of thing, because she's trying to fit in with the opera crowd.
Yeah. Well, I suppose we saw in Tomb Raider 1 the sweatpants and sports bra, so the casual wear.
Catsuit. What are you saying?
Yeah, so I do like that. I like the sunglasses and the microphone headset piece goes with that. I think that works, and particularly with those levels, that kind of espionage. I think that works.
I'm gonna say I'm not into it. All like the skin tightness and all this and that. Like, I think that look was owned by Catherine Zeta-Jones in, was it Entrapment?
Yeah.
Okay, so AOD, which a lot of people love, like the denim outfit here.
Yeah, I was just going to say double denim, the Canadian tuxedo.
And then moving on to the Legend trilogy, got loads of different looks here, which I suppose you unlock as you're completing the game, right?
That's right, yeah. I think some of them are area-based, but you can, once you've unlocked stuff and replaying, you get to unlock additional things. They've kept the kind of classic style, I think, particularly with the main costumes there at the top. still kind of tank top, shorts, boots, but they've just kind of obviously improved the graphics a bit and slightly updated, but still sticking very much to the Tomb Raider 1 or general jungle adventurer look.
I would say some of these are a bit lazy because it's just the same thing but without the jacket, or the same thing but like they've changed the colour of the t-shirt.
Yeah, I agree. See, it's starting to get a bit, too many almost, isn't it, at that point? And then the developers go and put in something that obviously certain people have been calling for there as well. What about this evening gown in the Tokyo? Is it Tokyo levels?
I'd say I prefer it to the Opera House one. Looking quite Serve again, I would say, to be honest. Like, pretty badass. And she actually like kicks off in this outfit, doesn't she? She like gets some gun out and stuff like.
Fly kicks, yeah.
Yeah, not a fan of the bikinis. Like, just not necessary really in my.
If we just pop back up slightly, what about that then, Amanda? So obviously not a costume. Are we including skins in this? I think later on there's some more interesting skins than just Amanda.
And if you really want to go into it, which I don't think is part of this question necessarily, there are a bunch of mods as well.
Yeah.
So like some people play it as play like the recent games, but as classic polygonal Lara, or like as Claire Redfield from Resident Evil.
So the classic Laras are actually, they're skins, so they are unlockable, and they're something the developers put in as a bit of a kind of a throwback to the classic games for the real fans and stuff. So some of those are legit, but yes, obviously people have modded the game as well to include more surreal costumes.
So we've got some really wacky ones at the bottom here. Golden Doppelganger.
Yeah.
Scorched Natla.
So they're the ones that I was thinking of actually, particularly the golden Lara as being a skin that I actually quite like. It also appears on Tomb Raider Go as a costume, but I like the fact that they've included it.
Yeah, like getting to play through Metal Gear Solid in the tuxedo sort of thing. Scorched Natla, not a fan. She looks like one of those nightmares from the modern version of that Cats the film about the musical.
Yeah, that's a good comparison.
Right, on to Underworld, the best of this trilogy in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
The wetsuit with the bikini bottoms, I'm okay with. Like,
as long as she doesn't wear it in the Arctic Circle.
And those levels are good as well, though, so I think that helps. Yeah,
Med Sea, it kind of works with it because you wouldn't wear long wetsuit in the Med Sea. It's not cold enough, so it kind of works. More bikinis.
Yeah, in the DLC.
How to get people to pay for it.
So we've got a few for Survivor. So I guess this is the 2013 lot, is it?
Yeah, and I think looking at these, they're very much one costume, aren't they? Slight variations, but that's the game. She is on this island, and essentially that's kind of how it plays out. So it's maybe gets a bit tattered and things, but they haven't tried to focus on the costumes apart from making it realistic. So it really works in the game.
They toned down her overall appearance, right?
Yeah, I think so, and it's almost like I think it's like kind of Origin. It works with that.
Do the outfits get dirtier and more ripped the more you play? Is that?
Oh, I'm not sure. Probably in the cutscenes, I think that's probably true, but I don't know how well that's represented in gameplay.
Now, what I noticed with Rise is we start to get these really cool sounding names of the outfits. And I was wondering, is this because these are stuff they sell to the player, or are they trying to make it sound really cool?
So I think they're just, there's an element of area, because in Rise, from memory, you do travel around hub worlds a little bit. So there's a section in Siberia, I believe, but it's not all set there, so it's not all just cold. Whereas Tomb Raider 13 was very much on that island. They have a kind of campfire, which is your safe room in the game, and that's where you can do upgrades. And I think maybe it's this game where they introduce the costume or the outfit has certain benefits. So, you might find, yes, so you might find your bow skills increased with this one, but your defense is higher with perhaps like combat trousers and stuff.
This Wraith skin one looks pretty mental. She's wearing like some bones on her head.
That's, I guess, some, like, what do they call them? Windwalkers or something, where they're like the undead wolf soul or something like that. Maybe she has some sort of like almost superpower with that one. And then here is where you see that they start bringing in the classic Tomb Raider skins, but in modern gameplay.
I'm really liking this reimagined Antarctic suit.
And then Shadow, I think, gets quite interesting because the costumes really suit the environment that you're in. So there's quite a lot of kind of almost like Aztec-y kind of looks, lots of feathers and headdresses and paint, and it works in the game. There's even a section where you have to put on a certain costume in order to enter an area. It's in the cutscenes as well. And I think that bit's great, and some of them are really amazing. Like the design of them are like beautiful, I guess. Yeah. So I think there's two things here that's worth perhaps talking about. Serpent Guard. I think that's the one that you need to wear to enter a certain area, and I think it's a very good looking one. Probably because they make you wear it. They put a lot of time into, the colours and aesthetics of it. So, that's kind of native, but plainer than the Serpent Guard. And young Lara. So there's a kind of a memory or a flashback section to Croft Manor in Shadow, and there's a segment that you play there. I think that works quite well as young Lara. It's kind of, I've got home from school almost, that sort of looks like a school kind of skirt, and I think that one works quite well.
I do like the look of him using Go.
Yeah. The single cell shaded design works well. It's kind of semi-single cell. Works so well, doesn't it?
This one, Tomb Raider Gold. This one got banned. Like they said they weren't allowed to use it because it looked too risque. Might get taken out.
Fair enough. I guess that was early-ish days, Tomb Raider 2.
It was definitely one of the like expansion packs. Like they had an outfit where because it was done by a different team, and like the main team said no, you can't use that one, so it had to be taken out sort of last minute. So
was it Core or Eidos who were kind of anti it? Because I thought Eidos didn't want any of that in their games. Which is why the kind of nude cheat from Tomb Raider 2 never existed without mods, because I just wouldn't allow it. I don't think Core particularly wanted it either, but I've heard that they were the ones that really put a stop on things like this. But that's odd because of how sexualized a lot of the out-of-game propaganda and promotional material was.
Lara for president.
Political means of Lara.
Now, how about your favourite? What do you think you're going to go for? For me, it's got to be one of these Antarctica looks. Maybe the reimagined. This one, I think.
Yeah, that is good. I like how it works in the environment as well. I think for me, I'll have to stick with the Area 51. I've mentioned it a couple of times while we've looked down this list, and so it's clearly a standout for me. And I'll probably stick with the classic Tomb Raider 3 because I love that Tomb Raider Go outfit. They kind of highlight it well, but I'll stick with Tomb Raider 3, I think. Nevada camo. just like the kind of colours, I guess, of the blue camera.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Is that something you think you'd wear yourself?
I might have to get some now, yeah. That's quite fun to kind of revisit the games, looking at them from a different angle. Cool. So what have we got for our spotlight this week? Tell us about it, Bru.
Thanks. Well, the spotlight this week is going to be shone on our old friend Azrael Khan, who you may remember from the Raidercast series, which we actually featured on. Remember this, Nick?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The ode to the fans, the letters to Lara.
Yeah, that was a really cool episode. Like seeing
It was,
us there and other like people in the Tomb Raider community and like what they loved about the game.
My favourite game is a game I played when I broke my collarbone, so I had to like lie in bed for about 3 weeks, and so I could just put the controller on my lap, not really move, and just use my thumbs. So I end up doing pretty much the second generation trilogy that I played. Plus the visuals are incredible. I love diving into the Med Sea at the start, and it's kind of all blue and you swim down. It really feels like an open world, but it's finite in space. And the Arctic Circle as well is a very similar experience. And the impact that it's had on different people as well is great.
And he has another series out there, which is not the walkthrough, but a talk through. And I wanted to shine a light on this. So this is from Azrael Khan, or you might know from Raidercast. It's on his YouTube channel, Tomb Raider Talkthroughs. Now this is a sort of, it's a fabulous, fast-talking, witty look at the core design era games, and pokes fun at all the parts which don't quite make sense. So it's like an amusing take on all the stories from these games. And I'd say it's perfect for those who are already familiar with the games, because then they're going to get the sort of jokes, and they'll be familiar with all the classic Tomb Raider beautiful polygonal quirks that it has. And this is sort of remarked upon in comical and amusing ways in his fast-paced, action-packed, mile-a-minute talk-throughs. So they're all really short. They're about 8 minutes each, and there's all the way one through to 6, I think. So definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, you've summarised that really well. They're, like you say, kind of almost made for fans, aren't they? And it's like a good comedian. Kind of only say things that you're thinking yourself, but say it really well, and highlights things, and you can just relate to it. Yeah. Swift,
funny editing, made for fans by a fan, by a big fan, one of the biggest fans. So shout out Azrael Khan, Tomb Raider Talkthroughs.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on any more random Tomb Raider ramblings from us. We'd love to hear from you, so write down in the comments what your favourite costume is from the Tomb Raider series. And if you want to get your hands on a hot costume for yourself, there's a link to the merch store in the description below. Catch you next time.
Santa.